I'm no more dangerous than a no... Well. I didn't know that was coming. That was completely unintentional. Holy shit. Okay, so she turns kids into no... Oh, no. Oh, no. I have a good feeling as to which gnome in particular we have been turned into. Oh. Oh, no. Are our abilities any different? We can run. We look cute as fuck. That much is for certain. I don't think we can make it across, so we're probably just gonna fall in the garbage. Yeah. Or laundry. Ugh. Considering the people wearing them, it may as well be garbage. Okay, so we just kind of run across. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, do I really gotta look at these guys again? I hope they pay no mind to gnomes.
I just want to get across the room. Please don't eat this gnome. Please don't eat this gnome. We ain't gotta be friends, but you don't gotta be a bitch.
Okay, just moving past the pig people. Those are gonna open any second now. I got a bad feeling about this. I mean, I'm still doing it, but, you know. Ooh. Oh, God. I think one of them's naked. Wait, did we just fall down here? Oh. Okay. Mm-hmm. God, I wish I had my flashlight. Oh, no. No! No! We are this one! Oh, man. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Of all the gnomes we had to be, it was the sausage gnome. Oh, you poor bastard. That's so sad. He was trying to be nice and altruistic, too. Oh, so they're not actually gonna show it then, they're just kinda, alright. That's kind of a nice way to leave it, actually. Achievement unlocked, we'll meet again. Huh. Very hopeful little subtitle there. Oh, man. Oh, that's kind of a nice effect, actually. Kind of looks like, you know, the center is closer to the screen. Yeah, I like that. See, slipping into your ape voice there a little bit? Yeah, yeah. See, pig people? Well, they eat like pigs and they sound like pigs. Don't be afraid. Well, I mean... not really afraid. I guess just sad. I guess just sad, because you grow attached to the character a little bit, and he gets turned into an adorable gnome, and then you know what's gonna happen to him. He's the sausage gnome. He gets eaten. Unless one of the back row gnomes picks it up for me. Oh hey, it's that TV. Hi, Slender Man. Okay. Was that... so maybe there's gonna be more DLCs or something? More continuation? It's kind of an interesting ending. Though I gotta say, this answered more DLCs to come. Yes. I really hope so, because it was kind of explained to me that this was going to answer questions, but it really didn't. The only one it answered is where the gnomes come from, and even then that just raises more questions, such as why did she turn kids into gnomes? Why are the tiny people so disliked? You know? I don't get that. Well, I mean, I guess if 6 is any indication, they pose a significant threat to people after, you know, consuming them. Though that seemed more of a retaliation, if anything. At least from the very narrow perspective we're given in these games. Or in this game. I guess it's just all the same game. But yeah, that doesn't answer any of the questions I had, unfortunately. It was interesting, though. I like the different environments you get to see throughout the Maw. I like the boiler room.
The boiler?
I liked all the watery sections with the creepy sea hag. Let's see, you missed a secret room that explains the tiny shadow kids. Well, shoot. And I think 6 and the others are the children of this world, 6 being the lady's daughter with pictures of her everywhere. That was kind of my thinking, too. I thought, like, maybe 6 was the child of, or at least some relation to the lady, and I thought, like, maybe she got, like, the lady's just, like, a witch or some sort, and 6 crossed her, and she fucking, you know, shrankify her. Freaking shrankified her. That was kind of my thinking, and then the story is 6, you know, finding her way back to the lady and just, you know, exacting revenge. And she wasn't a fan of the other people there either. But yeah, okay, since I missed the secret room, would anyone care to explain the Shadow Kids to me? Because I'm kind of interested in knowing a little more about them. We'll have to see with the next DLCs, I hope. In any case, you'll want to play them anyway, I think. Oh, hell yeah! I definitely want more of this. There's so much left unexplained. I'll link you a video later to show you the room. Okay, cool. Coolio. I mean, my guess is that those are more kids that the lady fucked with. Just kind of screwed them over, that'd be my guess. It seems to be kind of her MO at this point, turning just freaking transmogrifying children into other beings. Or just straight up telekinetically snapping necks. You know? But yeah, I mean, the DLCs for this game are pretty damn good. I hope they don't... It's like part of me wants them to take their time on the DLCs. So, you know, they'll be like really fucking good, like this caliber of good, but the other hand, I don't want to wait. Jeff, please answer my question so I don't have to paste it again. Once again, is this purgatory or some child's hell? Well, I thought it was kind of clear that I didn't know. I thought it was more of a rhetorical question. I legitimately don't have the answer to it. I'm as lost as anyone else. But yeah, like, all I know is that this all takes place on a giant ship called the Maw. It appears that 6 has some kind of relation to the lady. The lady has the ability to turn beings into other beings. She has the ability of telekinesis. She can kind of, like, zip around really quickly, almost like she's, like, levitating a little bit, which is pretty cool. And it seems to be selectively affected by mirrors. Because originally, when 6 went against her, she held a mirror up to her, a hand mirror, and it just fucked her up. Now, it could be that that mirror is, like, a special mirror, like a cursed mirror or something. Could be that? I don't know. Or maybe... No, this would be before 6 fought her, obviously, because she got straight up 8. Huh. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I guess maybe the future DLCs will explain. Oh, and a little interesting thing. Let me see if I can find the headline for you guys. For anyone interested in stuff about Little Nightmares. I did see an interesting thing from Girl Does Rant. If you just give me a sec here. By the way, I recommend Girl Does Rant in general. She's, like, fucking cool. Let's see. Russo brothers adapting video game Little Nightmares for TV. So there is a show of Little Nightmares in the works. And at least the first episode or two is going to be directed by the director for Nightmare Before Christmas. Just from what I read from the article. It's a pretty short one. There's not a shit ton of details yet. It's just kind of like, hey, this is kind of a thing in the works. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. I'd be interested in seeing that. Yeah, it would be interesting to see how they would adapt it, because I think it would ruin it if the characters had dialogue. Or at least it would ruin the general feel. It would have to be more of a silent thing, more stuff told through... Like, you know, they have their grunts and everything, like, they have the gross pig noises they make when they eat and shit like that. I mean, obviously there's a little bit of vocal there, but it's more just music and just general atmosphere that kind of tells you how to interpret the situation, you know? Tim Burton is making a Little Nightmare movie? Oh, no, not Tim Burton. Not Tim Burton. Tim Burton was the producer of Nightmare Before Christmas. Director was a different guy whose name slips my mind, and I feel horrible for not knowing it off the top of my head. But the director of Nightmare Before Christmas is going to be directing at least 1 or 2 episodes of a show of Little Nightmares. Let's see. Worst enemy for you. Worst enemy on this game for you, Jerf. For me, it's Mr. Tickles and the Granny. If I had to pick... I guess the janitor, Mr. Tickles, would probably be the worst for me. Just in terms of, like, the sounds he makes and his weird body proportions and the way he moves and, like, cracks his neck and just cracks everything on him. Like, that's really disturbing to me. And just the weird facial expressions he makes. Like, it's all very little things with him that really put me off. But, I guess if I had to see one of these things in real life, the one that would probably scare me the most would be the chick in the water. Just because, I mean, that's just, not even so much her design, because she's pretty much just like a corpse. But just pretty much that whole instinctual thing of if you can't quite see it below the water, but you know it's there, just that instinctual fear is there. That very lizard brain, get the fuck out of here reaction that you get to stuff like that, you know? So I'm guessing the stream is finished unless we're moving on to another game. After we're done here, which will be very soon, I will be ending the stream, taking a small 5-10 minute break, and then coming back with Spyro 2. That's what I had planned in case this only took like an hour and a half or so, because I don't like doing short streams. So yeah. Oh, the granny is the girl in the water. Oh, okay. See, I'm looking forward to the Little Nightmares TV show. I'm curious to see what they'll do with it. It seems like something that would be very easy to screw up, but I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on what kind of direction they're going to go with it. If they're going to stick true to this, and if this adapts well or transfers over well to a non-interactive medium, which I think it could. There've been a lot of like indie projects, indie films that don't have a single line of dialogue, and they get across the message of whatever they're doing very well, despite that handicap. You don't necessarily need dialogue. You can get creative with your storytelling. Not everything has to be 100% explained, you know? Take the no dialogue episode from BoJack, for example. Yeah, that is a good episode. That is a very good example, actually. There was an episode of BoJack Horseman where BoJack was going to a city that was underwater, and the whole episode, I guess it was kind of joked later that like he had a little communication thing on his helmet, but he didn't know that, so he was unable to communicate with anyone. So the whole episode, no dialogue. After they get in the water, none. But everything was told just visually and just through music, just through the music and the visuals. That was pretty much it. So, you know, facial expressions were important. Just context of the environments was very important. And everything you needed to know, even the jokes, they were all there without a single spoken word needing to be said. So it can be done. It can be done. And it can be done. There was a bug during the boss battle with the granny. She climbed up the wall and grabbed me, but didn't drown me. She just froze grunting. Oh, that's weird. Little jerf mares. Oh my god. Rule number 1 of good cinema, show, don't tell. Very true. Very true. And that's an issue I take with anime in general as a medium. Well, I guess not necessarily a medium. It's just a very common trope that's in almost every anime I've ever seen, where it's so over-expository. I mean, sometimes it's a budget thing, and I understand that. They don't want to animate every little action because, they're going to go fucking broke. So an episode or two where they do that is fine, but it's so prevalent where they're going to spend episode after episode just talking and talking and talking, and nothing's happening. And they're just explaining what you're supposed to feel, explaining everything you're supposed to be seeing, explaining this, explaining that, and it's too much. It's too much expository nonsense. The only kind of show where that would that it works for is a show more like Death Note, where you need to know, where it's just them in their head, their internal monologue explaining the chess game going on between the two, and you get both their thought processes, like any conversation between Light and L, especially around the time they first met, to see that chess game going on, where L gives him a simple puzzle, but he needs to think about how he reacts to it, because he knows there's fake parts of the puzzle there, but he wouldn't know that unless he was the killer. But he also needs to make it not obvious that he's faking it, because L knows that he's like a super genius for his age, so he can't make easy mistakes like that. So he's kind of damned if he does, damned if he doesn't point out that there are pieces missing or fake pieces there. It's just interesting stuff like that. In a show like that, it works. This discussion by itself is going to be an episode because it's great. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I just like shows, man. I like... I don't know. I like discussing storytelling mediums. It's interesting to me. I'm not an expert on it by any means. I just know what I've watched and I know what I like. But I think a show around Little Nightmares could work without dialogue, and I think it'd be better if it did. I guess the only thing I would ask would be that, and maybe they'll fix this with the game later, is just that more gets revealed, story-wise. You know? Like, I'd like to get more context about what's going on. If they want to keep it like this in the beginning, and just over time, even if it's in the background, stuff becomes revealed to you. That would be good. I think for a TV show, there would have to be more revelation and slightly more obvious, just because of the medium. But I think it could work very well. I'm excited to see what they do with it. Alright. Let's see what else is there. I made a fanfic... Oh god. I made a fanfic of you and Six in Little Nightmares. No romance, just fourth wall breaking and you just being in her world. Hey, that's cool, man. That's cool. I appreciate that, man. Alright. So, I think I've prattled long enough. I think I've been a pretentious little art critic for long enough now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the outro stuff. And then we're gonna move on to Spyro after this stream. Okay, so... oh wait, hang on. Best thing for Little Nightmares TV show would be flashbacks to how Six ended up in the maw. Flashbacks could be good. But they can't be... for something like this, they couldn't be super explicit. You know what I mean? They can't make it too obvious what you're supposed to feel about the situation. Sometimes environmental stuff can get the same effect with more subtlety and a little more impact. Like, for example, where we found the picture of who I believe to be Six in the room of the lady. Like, just seeing that there in the context of the environment and the fact that the eyes were scratched out, the fact that it was framed, the fact that she bothered to keep it in her room and just, like, partially covered it with a bit of tapestry, that tells you a lot with just a little detail in the environment, you know? You know they have some relation. You know they had to have been somewhat close for her to have a painting made of her and then framed. And then something must have happened because the eyes were crossed out. So obviously there's some animosity there. And it was covered up because she didn't want to see it, either because she was sad or upset. But the painting is still there. So there's still a connection between the two. Some kind of emotional connection that keeps her hanging on to that painting. You see what I mean? Tiny things like that can get all the same information in a flashback, a lot more subtle and a lot more impactful. But flashbacks, if done right, can be very interesting. Again, to shit on anime, especially Bleach, when they do flashbacks, it's... You can go wrong. You can go wrong. It just depends on how you handle it. Who do you think would be great as Six? Well, I mean, there's no dialogue involved, really, and you don't see much of their face. So it just have to be someone small enough, really. I don't know. But anyway, I'll have to think about that after the show, actually. It's kind of an interesting thought. But anyway, I prattled on long enough. I'm sorry. I'm so easily distracted. Okay, I'm going to give another thanks to my $5 plus reward patrons, Tom from Mad Morpheus Gaming and Ozman12. Thank you guys for your patronage and supporting what I do. Another way to support the channel is through Streamlabs donations during streams. You'll get a little pop-up, very similar to the pop-ups we got at the very beginning here of this stream. There's different ones for different dollar amounts. I don't have a ton of them, but there are enough, I think. We have one for... enough for now. We have one for like $3.16 that's like, you know, religion related. We have one for $6.66, you know, it's a Satan joke. We got one for $4.20, it's a drug joke. You know, stuff like that. We got a bunch of those. let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you an example because I always explain that there are different dollar amounts, but I never show you guys what exactly they are. So let me go ahead and I will log into Streamlabs here, and I'll give you an example of one of those. Yes. Get in there. Blah, blah, blah. Go to alerts. There we go. Let's see. Donations. Okay, for example, the dollar amount's going to be wrong because that's just how the test donation thing works. Let's go ahead and go with... Let's go with the $4.20 donation. So if you don't... For example, if you donate $4.20, you get a little thing like this.
What's this? A joint?
It's the clip from...
This is a test donation for $1.
It's the clip from, like, what was it, like, Cartoon All-Stars, where they all got together, all these different cartoons, like Bugs Bunny, Winnie the Pooh, they all got together to teach this kid that drugs are bad. It was so uncomfortable. But yeah, that's an example of what you get when you donate through Streamlabs. And you can also write little messages on there, and if the donation's $5 or more, it'll read it out. Jeff, you should watch Broken Saints. It's haunting but brilliant. I'll consider it, man. Okay, what else was there? Let's see, there's the Streamlabs thing. There's also bits on Twitch, which you also get pop-ups for. I'm not gonna go through Streamlabs and find that again, but you know, you can farm bits either by buying bits, or I believe you can find a way to watch ads to kind of like to farm them. Pretty much, I get a penny on the dollar for what Twitch earns through bits. So if you were to, get $1 worth of bits, I would get a cent from that. Or if you were to get $10 worth, I'd get 10 cents, you see, and so on and so forth and so forth. It's only a little bit, but, once the channel becomes bigger and more people do that, it accumulates very quickly, you know what I mean? And you can also get a subscription to my channel. It should be on the... top right of the window there, where it says gift a sub, right next to get bits. Oh, hey. Hey, there we go. We get to see the pop-up. That way. Yeah, you see, you get things like that. Thanks, Chris. Thank you for demonstrating. Let's see. Oh, hello, peasants. Your favorite failures here. Oh, hey, Jess, you caught us at the tail end of this one. But I will be starting a new stream after this one's done. I'll be moving on to Spyro. But yeah, thanks, Chris. Much appreciated. Well, yeah, that's what you get when you donate bits. So far, and at the top of the chat, you can see, who's in first, second, and third place for bit donations. I guess it makes it something of a contest, which is that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. And I guess it sticks from stream to stream, so Chris is going to be a little hard to beat. He's got 200 so far, followed by Andy at 15, followed by Jess at 5. Thank you all. But yeah, with subscriptions, pretty much... let's see, if you click on it, yeah, I think the lowest thing you can do is $4.99. I think there are different... options for different things. Like one's $4.99, one's $24.99. But if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can get a subscription to my channel, to my Twitch channel for free. So I still get the money from the subscription, but you don't have to pay shit. So that's a good way of doing it. And also you get a little pop-up on there, which is kind of nice. I set up pop-ups for subscriptions, and I love them. If you're on Amazon Prime, you can sub to them for free. Thank you. Thank you, good sir. I'm itchy. Sorry. Oh, this hat is itchy sometimes, man. I gotta throw it through the wash. I spilled, like, chocolate milk on a part of it, so part of it's, like, crunchy. I'm like, ugh, I gotta wash this. It hasn't been on there for long. I'm not gross. I just haven't had time to throw it in there. Oh, God. Anyway. And you can also support me through the Redbubble merch store. You can get all of this ChannelJAL merch designed by my good friend Karen on shirts, hoodies, mugs, phone cases, throw pillows, and more if you go to the link on the bottom right of your screen now. And there's a bunch of different designs on there, so yeah. There's a bunch of them. Most of them are cute as fuck. Let's see. Then there's... Looking forward to Spyro, my dude? Oh, we'll be there soon, don't worry. And today's meme of the stream was brought to us by Hoodie from the Discord, where it is me as the Lord of Bees. Fear my bees. It's just a meme we have on the Discord right now. I had to show some appreciation because that's fucking cool. And today's Fan Art Fridays was brought to us again by Andy from the Discord and also in chat currently. I think he's still around. Oh, hang on. Oh, Jess with that 300 bits. Oh, damn. She takes the lead at 305. I love this competition. No matter who wins, I win. Chris goes, oh, shit. Oh, yeah. It's on. That's fucking awesome. Oh, no. He is now ahead at 401. Oh, my God. This fucking race. They're going back and forth. They're still going. The last one didn't pop up because it was too soon after Chris's, but... Oh, there it is. Oh my god, no. I'm so flattered, but there's also so many bits. Oh my god. But yeah, thank you. Jesus. Thank you, guys. But yeah, thank you, Andy, for this fan art. It's fucking awesome. I love the 8-bit stuff. It's just really aesthetically pleasing to me. Thank you, man. That's much appreciated. If you guys want to send in, fan art for Fan Art Fridays and get it featured on here, just either message it to me on Twitter or Discord, or just tag me in it on the Discord or on Twitter, and it'll make its way on here. If there's like a special name you want me to refer to you as, just make sure that's in the message or what you tag me in, just so I don't, like, accidentally dox someone, you know what I mean? I don't want to run into that situation. Oh, man. Let's see, there's what, like $10, Jeff? Is it? Hang on, so 600, so it would be 1% of 6 plus 5 equals 11. Oh, math. Oh, my head. Okay. I'm gonna have to do that math in a bit. I just did a full stream and did some art analysis at the end there, so my brain's kind of fried. Okay. So that's the end of the stream. That's the end of Little Nightmares for now. I guess we just wait for the DLC, for more DLC to come out. Hopefully more will be revealed. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And again, thank you guys for all those bit donations. That's fucking awesome. It's $1.40 per 100, I think. So it's $1,100, $1.40. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, so a little over $10. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Let's see. You already know I clipped that. Awesome. Oh man. But yeah, I guess that's it for now. I feel like there's something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and roll the outro stuff. Thank you guys for your donations, and after this stream ends, I will start back up again in like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm gonna be doing some Spyro 2. So yeah, if you guys want to see that, just stick around and chat. I'll try to shoot a message or two in there. I'll try to be active in there between the streams. So yeah, have a good night, guys. Outro slate and music. But again, we're going to be doing Spyro 2 in like 5 to 10 minutes after this ends, so just disregard what it says on the screen when it says now fucking leave. That's purely for meme purposes.